If you're an entrepreneur and you struggle with balance and just filling your cup while still showing up for yourself in your business, this episode's for you. Welcome to No Longer Jaded. You can follow us on all social platforms at No.LongerJaded. So on today's episode, we have the one and only Nayla. You know, the one that, sells Dre songs and everybody else that we know. So the braider, the educator, we get into what it's like for her to fill her cup, what it's like for her to basically just show up for herself. It's more than just braiding. It's more than just a brand. It's more than just a business. Let's get into it. Hey, girl.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Of course. Welcome to No Longer Jaded. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, and I love what you're doing.
So we're here with the one and only Nayla Chalice. Did I pronounce your last name right?
Yeah. We could work on it.
A hair braider, entrepreneur, just talking about what it's like to show up for ourselves. I know that your schedule is always hectic. Every time I FaceTime you, you're always braiding.
Yep.
All the time.
Always working.
Always. But I love that. And I love the strive. I love what you do. I love the platform that you hold and you just create for all of us. So I'm excited to have you. Thanks.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, friend. So, starting at the beginning, what did the early days of building a business really look like for you?
I honestly started braiding when I was in high school. I always say that braiding found me. I didn't find braiding because I remember one day I just wanted 2 braids done and I couldn't afford it. So I went home and I learned how to braid. Doing my own hair for school is what really started attracting clientele. I didn't really understand how I could make it a business. I didn't understand how I can even work from home during that time. So the fact that I was able to get clients, they were okay to come in my house to get their hair done, just showed me how far I can take it. I think those beginning years working from home honestly showed me what I'm capable of and how much I can grow a business on my own. I was literally just working in my room, put a mirror up, put a chair in there, and that was my little salon. That was my little studio. So doing that, teaching myself about scheduling, how to manage my money coming in every day, because as hairstylists, you're making money every single day. Learning those little tips and tricks along the way was honestly what brought me to where I am today. So I'm proud of those beginning years. I worked from home for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
So I'm proud of those beginning years because they really built me into who I am today and how I manage my business as well.
Okay. Love that. Even when I go back, I love that on your Instagram, you still show like what it looked like from the beginning. I feel like with a lot of people, once they get to a certain level, I would say, or just get a lot of clientele, then they delete that and just, but I like seeing just the growth over time. So I
like going back too sometimes and seeing like my old braids. And I'm also a teacher, so even the fact that my students would go down and be like, she wasn't always this good, makes it more relatable. I don't ever want to come on and be like, this is me in 2025. Like, that's not what it's all about. So I still have the before that they can relate with so they can see the journey to where they can be.
I agree, because I took one of your classes, so yeah. I definitely agree.
Love that.
So long. That was an 8-hour class. That was long. So
you got to learn what you came here for.
I know, but I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. So were there any big turning points where like you knew for a fact you was on the right path?
I feel like there were a lot of moments. Of course, in the beginning, it was hard to really see it all the way through. Honestly, year 2, where I actually enrolled myself in college and they started asking me, what do you want to major in? And I couldn't think of anything else but business. That's when it was like, okay, if you're taking business, it's because you want to take this to the next level. So I feel like that was probably one of the first main decisions I had to make to like, should I do something else or should I stick with this? So that was it. And then second turning point would be when I actually decided to lock in and save up for a shop. When I was like, okay, I've outgrown this space and I feel like I can see myself doing greater things. That was my second big turning point.
How did you know, like, you felt like, yes, I outgrown this? Was it the amount of clients? Was it like, what exactly?
A lot of people work from home now. So I feel like a lot of people can relate to the fact of waking up and you're at work.
Yeah.
Clients coming in, it's so nice outside, and I haven't seen the light of day. Getting dressed for work. Like, sometimes it's the little things. Of course, I wanted a better space for my clients, but I think the little things that I knew were gonna just help me have a life outside of being home all the time was what really made me want to take that leap of faith.
And I love the shop.
Thank
I
you.
love it because, you know, we started out in the house watching Netflix in the chair right in the middle of the
loving
room.
hip-hop.
I loved it, but I love the shop. I love your aesthetic.
Thank
I love
you.
it all. It's just so like pleasing. I like being able to go in, sit down. You're not just in my ear all the time, aggravating me. I can relax. And it's just nice. You just create this like warm, soft, safe place to just come get my hair done.
We became friends in the process.
I know.
So.
I'm like, and I started out as a client, having
No,
to
not-
look on your website that I don't
Not
have
a
to
lot
do
of people make it
anymore.
past that.
You know,
Yeah.
mental health is a big thing. We have these conversations every other week, maybe. Entrepreneurship is extremely exhausting. How do you make sure to basically just show up for yourself, protect your mental health? What does that look like for you?
That has changed over the years. Now I feel like prioritizing myself. Yes, my business is my baby, but being overbooked no longer pours into me and my time. So I try to make sure I take my days off, even if I stay home all day and watch a movie. And it's crazy because that's been so hard for me to get used to because I'm used to always
being on the move.
Yeah, being on the move, doing everything I gotta do. Oh my God, I crossed some things on my to-do list today. That made me feel accomplished. But once you start realizing that being overbooked and getting burnt out isn't the way to go, you start really prioritizing massages. You start finding hobbies that really make you happy. I started coloring the other day, like just little things that tap into just a calmer you. Just finding things that make you happy and that pour into you and put you in your feminine energy. I feel like that's what I've been prioritizing, especially this last year. So just having some you days and some self-care days, I feel like that's what is the best thing to do for yourself.
I agree. You know, I'm pro mental health and Nayla showing up for yourself.
And therapy.
Therapy. Yes. How do you feel like it helps more in terms of?
Everybody needs therapy. Let's start there. Everybody needs therapy. Therapy has helped me a lot with personal things, business. I feel like everybody just needs somebody to talk to. Yes, you have friends and you have people you can call all the time, but you don't always want to put that burden on other people and just always pour onto them like the negative stuff, I would say. So it's good to talk to a stranger that has, what's it called, like the training to really get down to the root of the problem. So I feel like that has helped me a lot to really find myself. And honestly, transparency moment, what me and my therapist was working on is how to find my own autonomy. So that means finding out what makes me happy. What does Nayla like? Does Nayla want to do this? Like, just really honing in and asking myself, what do I want to do? And I feel like that goes into every single part of my life.
I'm happy for you. I'm glad. It's hard starting therapy, especially when you're so used to handling things on your own. You're so used to either turning to certain people or just having to always figure it out by yourself. I know life's hard. I know life gets heavy. It's just, we're growing, we're learning. It's trial and error. So it's like, it's a lot. Yeah. So I'm glad you have a space to like feel safe and feel vulnerable and have somebody that you could talk to.
Thank you.
Of course.
That's a journey.
It is. It's a hard journey. There's going to be days where you probably aren't going to want to talk to your therapist, and there's going to be days that you wish you could talk to your therapist and you can't.
No, I'll be texting her like, hey, you available today?
No, literally, you got to do that sometimes.
It might be gone by next week. I need you now.
So in times when you can't just do that with her, how do you show up for yourself in those moments? Thanks.
So I've honestly found things that work for me and calm me down in those moments. So one thing I do is I need to sit by myself, whether I'm in my room by myself, whether I'm in the car parked somewhere, but I need to be by myself. I need to either take my phone out or a notebook and journal everything I'm thinking about. If it's a day or something I did that didn't sit well with me, I'll write everything out in every step and read it over. And after doing that, sometimes you realize that the problem isn't as big as you made it seem in your head, and that automatically starts to calm me down.
Oh, I need to try that.
Yeah.
That's new. My therapist ain't tell me that.
And you gotta cry a little bit. You gotta let it out.
You definitely gotta let it out. You definitely gotta let it out.
But
I would say
didn't
that.
find that through therapy. I think it was just, noticing that when I did do that, I felt better.
And figuring out like what works for you, what doesn't work for you. So I'm glad you have those outlets and that space to do so. Because a lot of people just sit there and what do the kids call it? Crash out?
No, we can't crash out.
We can't crash out.
At
you
all.
have too much you've worked for, and there's just no need to crash out.
No, for sure.
For somebody who's trying to go into, entrepreneurship, who wants to take that leap but is nervous, like what is one or just multiple pieces of advice you would give them?
The first thing I would say is start. The longer you wait to start, the longer and harder it can get. I feel like if God gave you the vision to start the business, to start this new journey, you need to just make the first step. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to go as planned, but just getting your foot in the door is the best way to start, honestly. So I would just say if you have that vision and if you really, really want it for yourself, take that first leap of faith, and it gets easier along the way, honestly. Something else I would say is never stop learning. Even me, I still look at little tutorials and I'm like, oh, she likes this product. I might go buy it tomorrow and try it out and see if I like it. So there's never a cap to learning.
I agree.
I believe that one must always keep that mindset, whether it's with whatever they're doing, and always aim on growing.
I like that.
One more thing is don't be scared of taking risks. Even me coming here today with the cameras and everything, knowing that I get shy was a test for me, and me just pushing myself, because I know that there is a version of myself that is going to be super comfortable with this, that's going to be able to talk in a room full of 100 people. So doing the things that scare you is what's really going to take that wall down for yourself.
I agree. Putting yourself, how do I say it? Making yourself uncomfortable, and comfortability, it allows you to grow. So I definitely agree, because you helped me actually start my business, although I'm taking a little break. Life is going to be a lot. But just getting me to like start it, like I think I looked at it like, oh my God, there's so many women in Boston who do hair. Like, what if I'm not as good as them in that sense? But like just pushing myself, like I'm not trying to be like them. Yes, I'm trying to gain access to some of the like similar skills, but I don't want to be like Nayla. I don't want to be like this specific hairstylist. But how do I also create like this platform for myself? Like, where do I go? So I'm like, okay, let me try your class. Let me try like other people's form of like, how do I say it? Techniques of braiding, yeah. So, yes, thanks for that.
Yeah, you have to make your own name for yourself. And I know it's good to get inspiration, but it's not okay to full-blown copy. So you can get inspo and be like, I like how Nayla takes her pictures. But you're not going to be like, I like Nyla's whole shop. And you know what I'm saying?
Imitate the whole thing.
Or I like how she did this video. Let me say what she said word for word. Like that hasn't happened for me. But I know that we can take social media and inspiration as like, no, that's the life I want for myself. And people have to remind themselves that you are your own person. And you should always have your own identity within your business.
I agree, because you don't know exactly what type of steps, jumps, flips that this hairstylist, what they needed to do to get here. So I honestly, to relate it back to, religion, just leave it to God and my purpose and what that would look like. And of course, me being here talking has a lot to do with that. So
I love that.
Thanks. When you picture the next chapter for yourself in life and in business, what do you see?
That's a hard question.
Mm.
This is my 8th year in business, almost 9.
Oh my God.
I'm pushing 10. Also pushing
Really?
30. No,
You're doing good. You're doing good though.
So that's a question that I've been repeating in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that in the past 8 years, I've been so laser focused on business, being overly booked, handling so much, just being so hyper focused on my goals and what I want for myself, whether it's weekly, monthly, yearly. I was so big on accomplishing each and every goal.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm prioritizing myself more. So yes, I'm still going to be working towards my goals. I'm still going to be doing the things that have to be done and showing up for my clients. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to take the time for myself to really have a life outside of just business. There's a time where I want to be married. I want to have kids. So stop.
What? I was going to say, I can't wait to be at that wedding.
I want to be married. I want to have kids. And I understand that I have to learn to balance it all and also be there for myself. So I think in this new season, I am going to prioritize my self-care, not overwork myself, and just continue to pour into my cup.
I love that. Do you feel like you have a good support system around you to help you pour into that cup?
Yeah.
That's good.
If anything, the people around me have always encouraged me to be the best version of myself. And if that's what it requires of me right now, then that's what I'm going to do.
I love that. It's like a season of restoration.
Yeah, I like that word.
You like it, right? Just came off the top of my head just like that.
Just rolled off the tongue.
No, literally. I be seeing Trey songs. I be seeing like these basketball players. Is there anything like you want to share with everybody that we should be looking forward to coming up?
I do want to style more celebrities and athletes. I'm letting that come to me, and God, like, you know, do what he has to do in that way. Okay. But as for my business, I am still teaching one-on-one classes. I have online courses, and I'm continuing to add different ebooks and courses for people who are in different levels of their braiding business. So I feel like that's like the main thing I really want to focus on and hone in on right now, especially for the new year. Okay.
Let me know when you get those basketball things. If you need like somebody to help, to help like with bringing
hand me the
stuff.
comb?
Yeah, to help with the videography in the back. Like I can help. Try to meet new people.
If I ever need an assistant, I'll call you.
You ain't got to say it like that.
That's assistant work.
Yeah, you're right. Just think of it as a lending hand. You like that? Lending Hand by Jade.
What would you say?
I'm sorry?
What would you say?
What do you mean?
If I brought you with me in one of those settings.
Oh my God. No, sir. I don't know. I would just be chilling. Like, oh, you about to win this thing? Because we don't got all day. Boston, y'all been like. So that's what I would say. Yeah. So how are we going to get back to, what did we have last year?
I would just.
The Celtics parade. Are we going to get there again? Because it's looking.
True.
I don't know.
Yeah, just ask them, what parlay you got to hit.
Yeah, hello. No, that's exactly what I want to know. Because I've been telling my friends, especially my guy friends, like, yo, when can we hit this parlay? And they just be telling me to go sit down. So
I've never done it.
You got to do it. I have the apps on my phone if you want to look at it.
That's just me losing money. That's me losing money.
But you can do like $10. They don't got to be, and then the payout be like $1,300.
That's not bad. You call me someone that always win, and I'll copy they moves.
Okay.
Okay,
gotcha. So we speak about uncomfortability. And I know like you even told me like you're trying to step out your shell and film more. So is there ever a time it makes you like extremely uncomfortable, or what do you tell yourself in those moments so that you're able to film? Because you be making some great content on TikTok, on Instagram, like it be blowing up. So I'm like,
I just tell myself not to stand in my own way. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I did a video talking to the screen. I've done live webinars. I've done one-on-one classes. Like, I've been in front of the camera and in front of people enough so where it's like, if you really turn down opportunities to grow, that's just me standing in my own way. So yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, sometimes I'm like, what do I say in this voiceover? Like, how do I do it? I take 100 takes until I get it right to my liking. But I don't dim myself in what I'm capable of doing because I'm scared.
Good.
So that's the number one advice I would give people too, is like, just do it.
So at the end, I do like to like ask everybody, what season are you currently in and what are you growing through right now?
The season I'm in right now is just letting God take the wheel and not trying to control every step and every single path that I'm taking to wherever he's taking me. I'm just trying to be still, listen to what he wants me to do, and just allow him to guide me in those directions. I feel like sometimes I used to always be so strict on the goals that I have for myself, but sometimes what God has in store for you is greater than what you can imagine. So just allowing space for that and allowing him to just speak to me in those ways and tell me where to go.
Okay. The season I'm in is stillness. I think...
Stop.
What?
Because I like stillness.
What?
I want to take
I'm
it.
sorry. I want to take it as crazy. It's stillness. And what is it like to be still? I think that I have to, I put different hats on all the time. Like, you know, just being a social worker, having my podcast now, being grad school, that I don't know what it's like to be still. And I've been put in situations where, like, not saying I don't have a support system, but just like if I don't have access to the people I need at that moment and I'm by myself, what do I utilize? And for me, that's just going to God. Instead of just it all always being like therapy or, oh, let me go listen to this podcast. It's like, no, I'm put in circumstances where I have no other choice but to just go to God. And it's like giving God that, but not then after giving him that, trying to figure out what I can do to change that, but just believing that God got me and I don't need to really do anything. If I claim to be a woman of God, if I claim to be God's child, then God will always like see me through everything that I have going on.
And you have to have faith.
Yes, faith.
And I like your answer.
Thank you. Thank you.
I really, really like your answer because I can relate to that a lot. I feel like with everything I said earlier in this episode, I'm just learning how to let him guide me and lose a little bit of control, which is uncomfortable, but losing a little bit of that control in order for him to guide me in the right direction. That also means reading the Bible more. That also means praying 2 times a day. That means fasting. Like, that just means while I'm being still in this, I'm still building a relationship with him. And I feel like by doing that, that's the best way that I can hear his voice.
I agree.
During this season.
Felt that.
I'm growing through always having to be in control of everything.
Okay.
Learning to let go a little bit. And
I like that.
Ease up. Everything don't gotta be so perfect and, you know.
It's hard. Or like, you know, we tend to have these deadlines like by 30, we need to have this and that done. But, you know, then this happens and that happens. So again, going back into the whole stillness thing.
Exactly.
So I agree. I'm growing through the same thing. So
really?
Yeah, I am.
Me and my friend were reading our 2025 lists. And we were like, half of these are going to be copied and pasted until next year. And that's okay.
Which is fine.
That's okay. Before, I would have cried and been like, you ain't do nothing. But now I'm like, no, you're going to copy paste that and you're going to write down one step for each and everything that you can take now that's going to get you closer to actually achieving that in the next year. So just being intentional about everything that I do.
Intentionality. I like that. I like that. Now you want to change my answer a little bit. What am I growing through? The same thing, but also I'm not sure. Can you grow through like grieving my old identity and what I'm so used to being or how I'm so used to acting and letting go of that and just going into like womanhood and how I want to be and how I want to grow to be. So
I
I'll say
love
that.
that.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
Thanks for coming,
Thank you, my
friend.
love.
I appreciate it.
I
Thanks so
love
much.
this, and I just want to wish you good luck on this entire journey. It's gonna go great.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in. So again, you can follow us on all social platforms at No.LongerJaded. You can also follow Nayla Chalice at NVYLV Salons on all social platforms as well. Thank you, and I can't wait for next time.